awesome. Luke Folse, thanks for coming in to Amro Music Store today. I'm Bradley Frith, music instrument specialist here at Amro Music Store in Memphis, Tennessee. Luke, how'd you know that reed was going to work so well?
Well, I actually didn't have to worry about which reed I was going to choose because I store my reeds in the Rico reed case.
Okay.
I promise this is not a brand pushing, but really it's a great way to keep all your reeds humidified at the exact same humidity level, no matter how warm or cold it is or how dry or wet it is outside. Because, being here in Memphis, the humidity can just jump and fall like just today and tomorrow. So
jumping more than falling.
Yeah, true. And so I keep mine in this reed case. Here's what the box looks like. But I actually have mine in a Ziploc bag because, as I said, it's a humidified case. So you have this humidity pouch, which is kind of squishy.
They call that the vitalizer pack.
Mm-hmm. So it has a slot for it in the back of the reed case. And so when you close the reed case, you know that the environment inside the reed case is all going to be about 72 to 73% humidity, which is advertised here. You see the 73% humidity, and then back here you see the number on the vitalizer pack is 72. So I know that whenever I leave my reeds alone, I won't have to worry about them that they have dried out and warped over the time that I haven't played them, because you don't play every reed every day, you rotate. So the way I ensure that my reeds stay really consistent is putting them inside the Ziploc bag, sealing it, all the air out, making sure so that you're running the air conditioner with the window closed.
So most kids are going to start off with something like this. Can you pick that up real quick and show us?
All right, so
they come like that.
So this comes right out of the box. This is the Dario Rico reed case, and you can see the Rico name on the back. So there's a box full of these. And the reason they come in this package is cost effectiveness, and so they have to be in some kind of packaging or casing to make sure that the reed doesn't get damaged by the other reeds in the box. But what they don't ensure is permanent humidity control and shaping consistency, which this case does. If you leave your reeds like this, if you kind of play it, put it on your clarinet, take it off, put it back in this case, not only is it kind of hard to make sure you don't mess the reed up, but also there's no guarantee that your reed is going to play the same the next time you play it. And that's what we have to depend on as woodwinds, is with all the changing conditions outside, we have to be ready to go with whatever reed we have in our box, making sure it's ready to work. So
because I know that plastic case is going to allow that tip to get warped a little bit.
Right, yeah, so there's nothing depressing the tip in here.
So what do you do with that plastic reed holder once you actually take the reed out and you play for your very first time? What do you do with that? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I just throw them all away. They have a use while they're in the box, but once they're out, you want to get them into humidity as fast as you can, because each case of reeds, this box of reeds is kind of beat up now, but it started with a humidity seal on it. So it's like sealed saran wrap kind of thing. It's vacuum sealed in the factory where the humidity is constant. But as soon as you take that wrapping off, you let all of the excess moisture or the excess lack of moisture to inside where all the reeds are just open like this. So it's really important to get them into the environment where they were first cut, and so that this Rico reed case does that.
And most beginning players, once they actually move beyond throwing away the piece that you just threw away, then they graduate to what else we have on the table there, which is the Rico reed guard or something of that nature. How do you feel about that? So
while this is better and it ensures, so you insert the reed kind of like this, where this part will keep the vamp of the reed flat. It's a step up from the first case, obviously, because you want to get rid of that as fast as you can. But the problem with these is that there's still no way to make sure that the shape doesn't work, because even though there are consistent flat lines and a piece depressing the top of it, there's nothing to prevent it from sliding up and down, and the tip itself isn't secured inside a humidity controlled area. So the best thing to do with these is for marching band, if you're not really concerned about how well your reeds play, but you need to have a reed that isn't damaged or warped too much. Put them in this, and this will fit right in the side of your case really nicely. Well, this is a little bit more bulky. However, in concert season, it's really a great idea to invest in something that will keep your reeds stable and ready to play all the time. So that is this Rico reed case. This can actually fit clarinet and sax with all the different sizes if you play up as large as those, all the way down to even the E flat size reed. So I'm gonna open up mine real quick and show you a little bit. So there's a clasp over here. It keeps it shut and airtight. And these bands across here are secured on each of the slots for your reeds. So as long as you press the reed against the flat part and slide it in, this band will stretch to fit over the stock. This will ensure nothing at all is touching the tips of the reeds, which is the thinnest, most pliable part of the reed. That ensures that if you put it in correctly, as long as you don't kind of jam it in, then you know that your reed is going to be in pretty healthy condition.
So it's like a fresh new reed that you're pulling out almost every single time, even though you've played it before, because it's creating that new condition over and over again, right?
Right, and they're seasoned because you don't have to worry about breaking in reeds quite as much. With a new reed, right out of the box, you play it for a few minutes and it's kind of oversaturated with moisture, and if you don't have a humidity controlled case, then you leave it out to dry and it becomes warped almost immediately. But if you put it in a case where the humidity is at a certain level, then you can be sure that the reed is acclimating to that humidity over a period of time. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't play this reed too much. You're pretty free to rotate between how many reeds you have in this case. This one fits 4. I have 7 in right now because I have one on my clarinet. But no, it's one of the best investments I've ever made. It's not that expensive, but it certainly makes a difference in how ready I am to play for concert or even practice.
Do you have your reeds labeled where you know which one's which, or do you just kind of have an idea of which one works best?
So the in the case, they're actually, it's really hard to see from here, but at the very bottom there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the back all the way to 5 through 8. So that's more commonly the way I do it because I just put it in the slot. I know this is my best reed right now. I kind of work down the list, and really your number 8 reed you should be able to play on. It shouldn't be like the bad reed. So that's kind of the ranking I use. And different people can label the butt or the stock of the reed with like kind of Sharpie or pencil. Hey, this reed is thin, or draw an arrow, shift this reed over to make it play better. But that's a great way to ensure that you know the exact qualities of a reed when you store it and you take it out. Okay, this reed is going to play well for this concert or this environment.
Oh, wow, that's really great. Luke, thanks so much for spending time with us today. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Can you play something for us real quick on the way up?
All right.
I'm putting you on the spot. Awesome. Hey, thanks so much. Good luck in college this year. Have a good one.